Well, would you look at that? Warner Brothers has stated that if necessary, they are ready to move forward without Ezra Miller, based off of the 7-second video that was divulged, I think maybe a little over a week ago, where he was seen grabbing a lady by the throat and throwing her on the ground. But which, I mean, it really would be hard to disagree with Warner Brothers' decision on this. I mean, there's actual physical evidence showing Ezra Miller doing this. Like I said, it was a 7-second video. I'll show it in a second. But it's a 7-second video of him actually grabbing a lady by the throat and throwing her on the ground. The only thing that would be more damning, okay, on the other side of the spectrum, I guess, of evidence or whatever, will be an actual confession from him, either on video or maybe, you know, a recording, like, you know, like with Amber Heard. And this whole thing with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp has been going on for the past couple of months. I mean, yeah, it really started in 2018, but everything is really starting to come to light now with this big old lawsuit. A lot of information is being brought out to the public. The confession tapes were brought out, were leaked, where Amber actually admitted to beating the hell out of Johnny Depp. I mean, there's actual confessions on tape for that. But to this day, Warner Brothers still has not made a actual decision if they're going to fire Amber Heard or not. They're considering it because, well, one, they're not going to have much of a choice here soon because she's facing prison time for faking police statements and such like that, but, you know, painted on bruises and all that. But even if they don't, I mean, they still haven't made an actual decision on what they're going to do with her. At this point, it's all just, you know, serious considerations. Now, let me clarify. I'm not condoning what Ezra Miller did. I think it's repulsive. But it's a 7-second video that lends us zero context as to what happened. I mean, you watch the video, and I'll play it in a second, but you will watch the video, and you see the lady in the video kind of, you know, doing something weird with her hands, like dancing around and smiling. And then he, you know what, let's just play it real quick.
Learn it? Did you want to fight? Is that the deal? Whoa, bro.
Okay, so she's smiling and laughing, and then he has this weird tone in his voice. It's like, is he being serious? And then all of a sudden he throws her down on the ground, and then you hear the guy, whoa, bro, you know, but it doesn't lend any context as to what happened. Were they playing around? Are they joking? Or is he serious? Is she joking? Are they both joking? Like, what's going on in this video? I mean, what I've read and kind of goes along with the guy that was recording the video made a statement, and basically what happened is her and her friends, it's like a pushy crowd. They're in a bar in Iceland. I'm not going to give you the name of the bar nor the city because I will butcher the names of both of them. So we'll just leave it at a bar in Iceland. And they were part of a pushy crowd. And I guess they just end up pissing off Ezra Miller, and it resulted to the video. Which, I mean, if you're a celebrity, you have to deal with people like that. And even if you're not a celebrity, you still have to deal with people like that. You can't just grab someone by the throat and slam them on the ground because they piss you off. Although we kind of want to sometimes. So celebrity or not, we can't do that to people. So I'm not making excuses for Ezra Miller. The video is only 7 seconds long, doesn't really lend any context to what happened. Taking it for face value, we kind of assume what's going on. And it really is not even known if Warner Brothers has contacted Ezra Miller to this point. Assuming that they had, but, you know, all of a sudden everyone wants to throw him off of the Flash. Warner Brothers is ready to proceed, and it just shows the double standards that the industry has to two different actors, an actress and an actor, and they're getting treated differently. It is maddening, though. I mean, Amber Heard came out and said she confessed to beating the hell out of Johnny Depp, but still Warner Brothers isn't removing her. L'Oreal was still moving forward with her. So it's like, what's the difference? I mean, you have a video and you actually have someone confessing to doing this. I mean, to me, it's the same thing. They should be treated the same way. So just to understand what's going on in the world, let's just, okay, so it's cool for a woman to beat the hell out of a man. It's cool for her to pretty much sever half of his finger off of his hand. I mean, all of this is cool. It's fine and dandy. There's no issues about it. No one's making any qualms. Everything's all cool. But a man grabs a lady and throws her on the ground for bullying him in a bar. That's bad. Just so we understand everything. That's the society where we are currently living in. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that are against Amber Heard. I, for one of them, am. Because you can go and watch some of the other videos I've made on this situation if you want to kind of bring yourself up to speed on everything that's going on. But the industry itself, within the industry, the entertainment industry, those actions that Amber Heard has done, there's no issues with. But Ezra Miller is done. I guess unofficially. No one's making any statements about it. We're just kind of going off of unofficial statements from Warner Brothers, which really all of these statements from Warner Brothers regarding Amber Heard are unofficial as well. They haven't made any official announcement on if they're going to keep her or get rid of her. But I said it in one of my other videos. Warner Brothers, and really outside of Warner Brothers, when it comes to the way we treat people that are abused, whether it's physically abused, sexually abused, they need to be treated the same way. You can't give special leniency to other people because of maybe their gender or how high or low on the food chain they may be. Everything needs to be treated the same way, especially when it comes to the way we treat other people. Amber Heard confessed, but Warner Brothers wanted to see how things played out. Warner Brothers said they didn't pay much respect to stuff that's on social media, so they didn't do anything against Amber Heard at the time. Ezra Miller looks like he's gonna be removed basically off of a 7-second video, again, with really no context. Just take everything at face value. He's probably gone. Keep in mind though, Ezra Miller and Amber Heard are really part of the same franchise. They're still part of this Justice League franchise. If anything, Ezra Miller is actually part of the franchise, and Amber Heard is just part of the origin story of someone that's in the franchise. So really, she's like a sister of a friend that's in the movie. She doesn't really matter. To kind of clarify and really reaffirm my placement, because I don't want anyone to misunderstand what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is Warner Brothers should have treated Amber Heard back then the same way that it looks like they're wanting to treat Ezra Miller today and get rid of her. When she confessed to abusing Johnny Depp, that should have been a red flag right then and there. That would have been, a tie severer. They should have got rid of her right then and there. Not let it carry on, not let it continue to see where things go, where things develop. They should have axed her. Just as it looks like they're wanting to axe Ezra Miller now. You either have video evidence with Ezra Miller or you have an actual confession with Amber Heard. Either of those are pretty irrefutable, but they're being treated differently. And Warner Brothers needs to get their shit together.